Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just guess I would start by thanking and welcoming Dr. Kent Brantley, who is with us, and to say that I'm very glad that ZMAP is in trials, and I'm glad you're here. Our heart goes out to the families of your colleague who also tried the ZMAP and did not survive. But we're encouraged by the fact you're with us today. We have seen this pandemic in the past in the Philippines, in Uganda, in Congo, different strains. And over the past, in each case, the strain has burned itself out. I mean, we've had about 2,300 deaths worldwide since 1976, as time after time, different strains of Ebola have been put to rest. But in this latest chapter in West Africa, primarily in Liberia and the neighboring states, we see a situation where we've already had 2,300 deaths, as many as in all the previous cases combined. And I spoke yesterday also to President Sirleaf, who contacted me about the situation in Liberia. She acknowledged that the health system of Liberia has virtually collapsed under the strain of this Ebola crisis, and she correctly pointed out that this is not just a health catastrophe affecting her country. It affects the region. It affects the security of the region, threatens the economic growth and food security, but beyond that, affects the security of the United States. The entire global health community must come together and put in place a coherent strategy to stem the tide of new infections. And my hope is that some of our effort here will encourage this in terms of the entirety of the world health community. We do not have the luxury of time. Infectious diseases like this one, they do not recognize borders, they do not discriminate, and the time to act is now. And I spoke recently with Raj Shah, with the director of USAID, who shares our concern on this subject. But I really want to thank the witnesses for appearing today, and we look forward to working with them to ensure that the U.S. contribution to the global response to Ebola is robust and is effective. And thank you again, Mr. Chairman.